Okay, guys, welcome back. This is ManiaArena. Coming back with some more daily Magic Arena here. Every week get some fresh packs, so let's crack them, see what we get. See if it helps any of our decks. This pack actually looks pretty sweet. Signs Ruse is kind of okay. Introduction's fine until you get more of the premium removal stuff for white. And let's see. Awesome. Hey, hostage taker. That's great, dude. I'll definitely take that. That was a success. All right. First one was a goodie. Second one, another Ramnap Ruins. Perfect. Never gonna use more camels. And I think that's a whiff. Not as excited about that one as I am the hostage taker. All right, I'm gonna cut last one. Here, oh, you get a common wild cryptic serpent. That's okay, I guess. Serpapard. That's pretty good. Potentially pretty good, I guess. I mean, it definitely takes away from like a Merfolk deck or a Dinosaur deck, which a lot of the green decks are kind of leaning in those directions. So you just play like some good dudes, and a lot of decks are keeping up. Like a lot of blue decks are keeping up cancels. Ways to interact, like that's their way to interact on turn 3. If you play that dude, I mean, that really, if you play that dude and you can protect him or you kind of dodge a Chupacabra, hey man, he can be pretty devastating. For now, let us check. I want to see if I can get more gold out of a quest here. That one's a very easy quest to do, but we're gonna look for something a little bit more difficult. And we got the same thing. So I don't think we're gonna focus on questing tonight. Instead, we'll just play some games. Last night I built this sweet Azarus deck, blue and white. Kind of getting there with unblockable creatures. Looks pretty good. I don't have too much white going on in the deck. A lot of it is blue, and as you can see, I do have 4 blue cards to play. And I get to go first, so I'm going to keep it. Oh, pulling mold to 6. Kitties. The only card I feel I really need to worry about is Baffling End here. And if he has it, he has it. And he didn't have it, so that's great. I think I will meander a little bit and get a little curious. It's a great card to draw, so now I can kind of just float around. I mean, we're on cruise control, I believe. Probably gonna see something out of him this turn. Next turn, we should be fearing any sorts of 4-mana. The 4-mana removal spells, Ixalan's Binding or Cast Out. But never fear. Negate and Dive Downer here. The game is looking to be in our favor here. Now, if he starts attacking with that Maverick Fane, getting those lifelink vampires, that could be an issue for us. Lifelink is just going to be a huge pickle for us here, but I think I'm going to Wand with Wind. Huh. I really do want to win with Wind, and continue attacking. I do want to attack with both, but I have a feeling because I don't like my counter magic is to protect my own guys and not to race his. I have a feeling he's going to kind of like drop the hammer with this second Forerunner that he has in his hand. I really do want to jam with this guy, so that's where it's going. One with Wind, get on there. With the way the with the way his timer's going, he does have something he can do in response. Yeah, there you go. See, I knew it. The big question is how many guys can he spew out of there, and if I can deal with them. Right now he can, so let's see here. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, 10. So he can do 10 if he's attacking with everything, and let's see here. Alright, so now he's doing 12. Oh, how did I miss a point of damage here? But alright, overshot. Wow, I drew a lot of lands. And dive downs. A lot of lands, a lot of dive downs. Got me. Back for old round 2. This time he gets to go first. Wow. I mean, it's nice I have the Storm Tamer into the Curious Obsession, but oh man, so many lands. I want to keep it just for the sake of keeping it, because it does look pretty good. Yeah, I'll keep it. See if it bites me in the butt here. Did draw a non-land card, so happy for that. And he does have Baffling End. No blocks. That's going to be a big pickle for me if I can't find a solution for that. Hey, let's see what he has shaken. I imagine he's really going to take advantage of that monument. Nice. Alright, so I do need to keep up 2, and I think I can. Yeah, even have a few left over. Aspirant now has a city blessing, so that's interesting, even though, I mean, he does have a flyer as well. One, no block. Perhaps if I play out a creature and I have white left over, I might want to block. Bruh. I think here he's just going to chump block the Storm Tamer, prevent me from drawing a card. Oh, he's going to try trading, I think. Now might be the time. Oh, such a mise. Ouch. Does get to draw a card. He'll also be able to use a Chef at Dunes. All these guys rumble. Okay, his play pretty much consists. He could Chef at Dunes, attack for 6. 4 of it's going to be life gain. He'd go back up to 8. This, this changes things because now he is gaining 6. Okay, now he's doing 9. He's gaining 6 of it. So it goes up to 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 dudes. I would have 5 dudes here that I can block and maneuver with. So I am going to attack with just Storm Tamer. Yeah, that trial really got me. It looks like that won him the game. Aspirant trade. I mean, I don't die this turn. Do I want to dive down and save a guy? The unfortunate part is he used the dunes, so like all of his guys pretty much survive, except for that one there. And a land won't help me. He got it. Okay, different opponent. Hopefully a different deck and different outcome. Here, interesting. I do have action kind of right off the bat with Slither Blade onto one with Wind, with Negate back up. I really wish I drew more of my my white sources, but I was pretty lucky the past 2 games, so I'll keep. Aha, yeah, there we go. Case in point. I think I'll lead off with the Aspirant here. Opponent's playing some sort of black deck. I'm gonna guess he's going with the one with Wind. You could also try going for the Negate. I mean, each of them are acceptable. All depends on what he has in his hand. I'm glad he didn't see me draw that card. Can I get my Negate back? Nope. On the top, he says. Oh, that's great. That's great. Alright, one with winds on the Pouncer. Attack with just a Pouncer. This is going to be a really nice clock. 2 more turns. Scarab God doesn't do squat. And here is the Chupacabra turn. There it is. He's like, ha, I think I got you. I say, just kidding. Now he has an interesting... Okay, there he is. He's going to block with a Kite Sail. I'm going to get my negate back. I think Storm Tamer is good here. Still gives me 2 options. So obviously... Oh, excellent. Oh, cool. For the traveled access, perfect. I'll take that. Should have been a common, so benefits me. I'm happy. But there, I could have played like the Slitherblade or like Curious Obsession up a dude, but I just think that there it was like you still have the protection of if he has a Chupacabra out, or if he plays another Chupacabra, I can protect my guy. Whereas if I don't have the Storm Tamer protection, he can Chupacabra, I can't negate it, he's going to kill my dude. Here, looks pretty sweet, I get to go first. So I will keep. Hopefully I can wiggle in a Storm Tamer. The question will be, oh, let's see, what does he have? Forsaken Sanctuary. I think I'll river up. And double Storm Tamer. There's no use leaving Storm Tamer up to counter an effect on the other Storm Tamer. Here, I think we just pick one and roll with it. The unfortunate part and the dangerous part is he could have the demise. He doesn't. He's just going to gain some life here. Putting all the eggs in one basket. Here... Here's interesting. I think the Pouncer is a better choice here. It'll prevent life gain from the vampires at least, but he can still attack with the Anointer Priest. And then the Anointer Priest would obviously kill the Pouncer. Not so with the Gustwalker. The Gustwalker would just kind of bounce off the Priest if he just attacked with the Priest. Or, you know. Now the question is it, I think it's strong enough to put on the Pouncer. And get aggressive with the Pouncer here. Because it's taking, you know, the Storm Tamer basket with the cartouche and spreading it out. So now I don't have to commit to the Storm Tamer again. And here we'll play the Islands and the Gustwalker. So now I can kind of shift. So I can use potentially both Storm Tamers to protect the Dorn Pouncer. But that's not laugh. So 2. So he can get me with his guys. I think I'll just send him back. Maha. Oh, that was just very timely. And I will draw my card. And then I will win. And then I don't get to draw my second card. A very guttural Minotaur there. Alright, we're on to something now. I start. This one looks like a mulligan. I'm really plains heavy where I want to be island heavy. And while 3 creatures is really good, 2 of them being unblockable and 1 being the great Adanda Vanguard. I want to try for some counter magic. I want to try for a boon, an enchantment of some sort. So I'm going to mulligan. There's a lot of reasons to mulligan that one. here, there's a couple reasons to mulligan this one, but I do have a creature. I do have the counter magic. Both clears the lands. I will keep this one. Put an island to the bottom. I'll run it out. Seems like he would have Essence Scatter, and he does. Could potentially be Landlight here. Oh. Blue and red. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and my great lands are unfortunate too. But I kind of fleshed out that something, he was playing the red to sweep up. I think one sweeper is probably enough at this point. Probably feels like, okay, well, he's stuck things up. Wow, that's great. No. No block. Let's see if I can find a chump blocker. And I did not. Okay, he goes first. Two creatures. An enchantment, counter magic. It looks good. I'll keep. I know Puri. I play him a bunch of times, but let's wiggle out a Storm Tamer first. That's great. I like the look of that. I will play the Aspirant. Okay, here I need to be very careful. I have 2 planes in my hand which really don't help with how I play into the next couple of turns. But the problem is I'm trying to use negates to protect my guys, which I want kind of like that double layer because I'm looking to put Curious Obsession on the Aspirant. So that I can use the Storm Tamer to, you know, kind of bounce off a removal spell. Here, I think this is going to eat a cancel or Admiral's Order. I think anybody that has that in their deck probably just cracked it. That was one of their rares, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, it's better. I don't know. Here, let's give it a shot. Negate. Excellent." All right. What have we seen? Okay, so he doesn't have anything. I have an Adundo Vanguard. I have 6. I am definitely going to use that. 6, 7, 8, 9. So placing this obsession on that because of flying. Take my action. Spell Pierce. That's kind of interesting now. Kind of looking to survive through a turn, and yeah, and essentially have Storm Tamer with Spell Pierce back up, and these type of turns where he's like, okay, I'm gonna sift through. These type of turns are great for a card like Spell Pierce because he's gonna be like, all right, well, I'm gonna try getting you with this, or I'm gonna try to as Kanta into the removal I need, and then I play the removal. Problem with that is he's not expecting to pay an extra 2. And now I have my mana up. At this point, Golden Demise would really devastate me if he can play it without the play it without being spell pierceable. So I think applying the cartouche onto the aspirant is the best avenue for winning this game here. Because not only does it need to have like a removal spell that I Storm Tamer, then he needs to have another removal spell that has to survive through the spell pierce. I'm at 20, so no blocks. I'm going to take this. Alright, so his lands are bound. Okay, so it's not going to double me with that. And I'll kind of sneak in a Herald here. Alright, what does he have? Scarab God, yes. Ooh, for the win. Spell Pierce, buddy. The reward. Consuming River, that's interesting. Move into is it get a couple more uncommon wilds, and next thing you know, like all those lightning strikes, you know, go to the dome, and that card is like a great enchantment for this kind of theme. Instead of playing white, you just play some red guys, some direct damage to go over top. It's a plan. This one looks pretty good. Two creatures I do need the white. The opponent does go first, but I do have protection. I do have enchantment, so is playing blue black. Gonna be looking for a land here. I think the weakest card I have here is Spell Pierce, and he would target literally all three of these before targeting the Spell Pierce. He would just play around the Spell Pierce. So being able to have that get value and go after a card that my opponent plays, you know, to me that's pretty strong. If he was going to take 3 cards that are better, instead of that one, I'll have him take the worst card. I'm not going to risk that cartouche. Think I go after negate here. The reason being is dive down will get rid of another like point targeted removal spell. It'll also get rid of Chupacabra's effect to try to destroy it, whereas negate won't be able to do that. So I think in this matchup, dive down is going to be more flexible, given that I already have a creature with 4 toughness that will survive the Golden Demise. Aha, see, there you go. Here's an interesting choice. I'm gonna play the Herald and cartouche him up. Alright, that looks good. So this is his turn here. He can sneak in pretty much whatever he wants. I think he's gonna be a Scarab God. Oh, it's a draw 2. No, 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 no. That is not what he needed. And he didn't play the land. Ooh, not favorable for him, not at all. Alright, there it was. He just didn't get a the smoothest draw that he needed. And the payoff is Alpha. Hey, there we go. Great, 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 great. One of the formats I've been very eager to play is the newly announced Brawl format, where it's standard. You pick a legend and it plays like Commander. You know, your legend can sit outside in the command zone. You play with 59 cards, and then you can play him anytime you have the mana for him, and then he can scoot back up there, and you can play him. Da 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 da. Right now, if I find a if it, you know, I could find a legend. I think it'd just be like Samut. Would be the guy I would use. But I think I do have a pretty sweet like list, like a green red list for that exact format, and I'd be dying to try it on this. I think it'd be great on this. And I was talking with a couple of my buddies who said Brawl is probably going to be a format that they introduce with Arena when it goes live, or have it kind of like just an optional format when it goes live, as opposed to just like limited and standard. To give kind of a like a forum for casual players to come in and be like, okay, well, this is going to be great. But I mean, I'd love to be able to test that and jam with that. And I think that the way they're doing the collections right now, um, they're just kind of throwing out a bunch of pre-cons with a lot of one ofs, two of type pre-cons. That sort of format really, is really something that people can play like, out of the box. They open up, boom, this awesome rare and or this awesome legendary card, and they can immediately just start sliding through the pre-con stuff to assemble like a brawl deck, and then like just kind of looking at this, I do think I altered it just a little bit, but you can see here, like you're gonna have like your struggle to survive just to protect yourself from like any graveyard shenanigans. Um, you're gonna want your ranging raptors so that you can kind of fix your mana and stuff like that. The Channeler Initiate is a great card. So when you go through and you look at all the stuff that you have that were in the precons, Upbraid and Lightning Strike, one of each. Um, I have two uncommon cards now. My wilds I might have had uh, 8, maybe 10 by now. Uh, but then I would have to dedicate all 10 of those to basically just one deck, one maybe two decks to get the uncommons that I wanted to build it up. Here, I mean, most of the deck is one ofs, so you're picking some of the cards that you may want more, but any Magnum Sprays or more Lightning Strikes, but having one in there with your Brave, with your Lightning Strike, with something like that. I have the Open Fire in here as well, and the Puncturing Blow. You're just like, okay, well, I have all these removal spells, one of each, that's fine, they all came in the pre-con. And then, you can start and see how it works with, some of these cards like, potentially Consuming Fervor or Cartouche of Zeal, uh, and roll with it and still have that like kind of leap forward that, oh, okay, I can I can build on this, and it just makes like opening the packs, opening that, getting another win to see what that common or uncommon will be. It doesn't even have to be a rare. It's just something like, oh, this is better than so and so. You know what I mean? You might want, you might not. I mean, right now you have Fanatical Firebrands in the pre-con, so you're gonna have a bunch of those. But you might have Dual Shot in your deck and be like, oh, I want the Fanatical Firebrand instead. Or you might be stuck with the Blazing Volley and you want Dual Shot. Or, you know, there's plenty of comparisons to be made throughout all the cards that we have. So, back to back to the main point was I have a pretty sweet red green deck brewing. If ever they open up Brawl and allow us to build for Brawl and and play it uh, on the arena as the commander style that it is. But with that said, I think I am all done. We'll finish up here. Again, this is ManiaArena. Thank you for watching. Um, here playing Magic Arena, streaming it daily. So follow me, add me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.